Hey guys, it's Michael and Yemisi. Today we're in the second coldest capital in the world, Astana, Kazakhstan. It's the dead middle of winter, but that's not going to stop us from exploring this incredible city. With some of the most amazing mosques we've ever seen in our lives, and fascinating architecture on every corner, Astana is truly a unique city. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Good morning from Astana. We took a flight from Almaty, the old capital, and now we are in the new capital, Astana.
It has had many different names over the years, but when it became the capital in I think 1999 or something, it was named Nur-Sultan to honor the former president at some point, but then it was renamed back to Astana again.
If you can't tell, right now it is snowing, so we are currently in a winter wonderland.
But Astana is the second coldest capital in the world, next only to Ulaanbaatar, which we went to this time last year.
So it's okay because we already experienced the first coldest country.
Right now it is negative 20 centigrade, which is negative 4 Fahrenheit. It is incredibly chilly.
But to warm up, we are going to go to Cult, our first specialty coffee shop.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh. As of now, Kazakhstan has really made me a big fan of strawberry matcha because all the strawberry matchas I've had are so thick, but here they're so light, and I'm really loving it here right now.
Cult was amazing. A true 10 out of 10 coffee shop. The coffee was A+, S tier. So good. And the sandwich we got, it was my perfect ideal sandwich. It was amazing. That was awesome. We definitely recommend it. We're off to a strong start. Now we have a 15-minute walk in the cold, so let's get going before we freeze. You might see this massive ball in the background and think, wow, what an interesting building. Surely they're going to go visit that. But no, that is the Energy Museum, I believe. But the thing about Astana is most of the buildings are very new, and they're also pretty wealthy here. So they're very modern. There's lots of interesting architecture on basically every street, but we do not have time to visit it all or to have the desire to visit it all. But don't worry, we will see some really interesting buildings today. Where we were yesterday in Almaty is right on the edge of the desert in the mountains. Here in Astana, we're way up north, and there's a lot more moisture here, and this park has like 3 feet of snow. These benches are fully covered, maybe even 4 feet.
I think this is the most snow we ever had on a trip.
We just arrived at the Grand Astana Mosque. This is the largest mosque in all of Central Asia. It was just built in 2019. Astana had the record for the largest mosque, which we're going to later, but then I think Tajikistan or Turkmenistan stole the title, so in 2019 they stole it back with this insane mosque. It's one of the largest mosques in the world.
We just left the mosque, and it looks really different compared to all the other mosques we've seen. It really does look modern, and the inside is huge. They have everything from like a market to a kids center to a restaurant, and I think it's my favorite one out of all the ones we've been. It finally knocked out Malaysia, so I'm very shocked.
Yeah, it's so vast and tall and just intricate. Every surface is covered in a carving or a tile or some blue or gold or something. It's just so beautiful. We almost didn't go because none of the travel guides have it on there yet because it's so new, but I'm really glad we ended up coming.
It's a bit chilly, so we are going to warm up with another specialty coffee shop. So right now, the sky is nice and blue, so the mood and the vibe are high. We are going to go to another specialty coffee shop.
This is Cafe Latte. It is one of the specialty shops that I think you probably found when you were planning this. So we're gonna go in and grab some coffee. that was an interesting experience. We got a croissant sandwich and a pink matcha latte, and we also got a pour over, and the barista was really nice, but when they went back to make it, we heard the baristas arguing and yelling very loudly at each other, and the guy left, and then the girl came over and basically told us that she couldn't make the pour over anymore. So I've never had that happen, even in America, but I just got an Americano instead, and it was specialty. It was pretty good. It was delicious. Now we are on our way to a very interesting mall, kind of in the strip where all of the more interesting buildings are. So let's head over there and take a look.
We arrived at Shatyr Mall. This mall is shaped like a tent.
This top level is an entire indoor beach. We are not going there, but in the winter, it's probably really nice. It's nice and warm in here. This is a great place to have an indoor beach.
This park is really nice. Like, it's not crap rides. It's actually rides that kids would enjoy. If I had kids, I would totally bring them there.
This mall is really nice and very interesting. It's not like a generic mall. There's like actual interesting options here, which is really nice to see because we've been to a lot of malls. We go to a lot of malls, and a lot of the time they're way too big and there's too many brands or they're too expensive, but this one is a really nice mix of a lot of things. It's a great place to hang out. There are lots of food options, lots of clothing options of different varieties.
I like the architecture a lot. I like how everything's just in a round circle, so it's kind of easy not to get too lost.
Yeah, so really cool. And I think that it would be a great place to spend a few hours if you had the time, but we don't, so we are going to go to our next destination. We just arrived at Abu Nasr al-Farabi Mosque, which is one of the main mosques in the downtown area here.
As we were walking, we saw literally hundreds of people walking out, so we're not sure if there's a call to prayer right now because there is a lot of people.
Okay, that was a really interesting experience.
We met a guy who introduced himself to us, and he actually speaks English really well. He was self-taught, and he's been to the US twice too, which is very interesting. He was telling us that usually during their lunch break, they have an hour, so that can either be used to go to call of prayer or sleep. He was here with his other friends for a call of prayer, and he just explained to us about the mosque and then the culture. Why did we choose Kazakhstan? He was really nice.
And yeah, it's a really beautiful mosque as well, so I was really happy that he invited us in. I really like the interior of this one a lot. It's much more simple. It's like a normal mosque, not like a super extravagant one. But so yeah, that is Abu Nasr al-Farabi Mosque, and we are pretty close to some other stuff downtown, so we are going to go on a little walk and see some more stuff.
We are at SANDYQ, which is a restaurant in Astana that is known for traditional Kazakh food. The interior is stunning with their traditional light colors and designs, and we are about to dig into some really great food. Michael got some traditional fermented horse milk drink, which he had in Mongolia, but that was a special memory. But this time he really enjoys it, and I got a lemonade. Lemonade here is totally different. I don't know what it is, but I'm really enjoying it. We are eating traditional Kazakh bread with some homemade sweet jam. It's nice and soft, and the jam is so sweet and tangy. This is delicious.
Okay, so this is potatoes and it's lamb with shank. I think it's shank, heart, tripe, and liver. I don't know, I'm gonna give it a try. Holy, oh my gosh. The flavor is just insane. It's just straight savory deliciousness.
So I got kind of like a horse chop, and it has, I think, some couscous and some sauce, and I think this is like a cream. It's really soft for horse meat. I didn't expect it to be so tender. It's really good. It's not too gamey. I'm really gonna enjoy this.
We just arrived at one of our last stops. This is Hazrat Sultan, which used to be the largest mosque in Astana and all of Central Asia. Finished in 2012, and at sometime I think like 2014, one of the neighboring countries, Tajikistan, maybe Turkmenistan, built a mosque, and it toppled that record. Now I believe they have the third largest mosque in Central Asia, but it's still a really amazing mosque, so we're gonna go check it out.
Okay, since we went towards the tail end of the closing time, we had to hurry, but it was a really great experience because what we've learned so far from going to mosques is that people are very open and welcoming, and they always welcome us to our country and ask us if we have any questions or offer some advice or help. So I'm really thankful for these people.
I got kind of assaulted by a group of boys who wanted pictures with me. They were really interested in me, so that was kind of fun, because usually they want pictures with her. But this mosque was pretty interesting. It was different than the other ones. It was like more kind of jade and marble and a little bit of gold. Everyone has had a completely different vibe, which I really like.
But it's really cold, and now we're gonna go on to our last outdoor activity. I am freezing. I understand why this is the second coldest capital in the world.
Yeah. We are at the Palace of Peace, I believe it's called, which is this cool pyramid. It is currently closed, which is okay because we are way too mentally exhausted to go inside and learn history, but it is kind of cool at night.
I'm cold.
It's really cold, so we're gonna take a taxi from this awesome square that has like this monument over here, and there's the mosque we were at over there. We're gonna go back to the tower that we saw earlier, and we're gonna end the night hopefully in a nice warm tower with a cool night view, so let's go.
Why did I think this was a good idea?
Okay.
We're in the elevator on our way to the top of the tower.
Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to have my camera in here, but it's okay. At least it's warm. The inside of the glass is pretty reflective, and also it's a little bit warped as well. With your eyes, you can see it pretty clearly, so it's actually a really nice view. But especially at night, it seems really reflective inside, so it's really hard to show you on camera. There's a cafe up here, which is really nice. I think the view in the day is really good.
I think the view is the best in the elevator, honestly.
I agree. It's not a bad view up there, but definitely the elevator has the most clear view without like any reflections or warping. All right, we just arrived at the Airbnb after a super long day out, but I really wanted to show you this Airbnb because it's really nice. There's this main bedroom area that has this really nice little sitting area, a huge closet wardrobe thing, as well as a really nice bed. And the chandelier is really pretty too. Then we have a really large kitchen that's really well lit and decorated. It's super cute. It looks like it has everything that you need. It's really nice. And this bathroom looks to be basically brand new, and again has literally everything you need. It's super clean in here. This Airbnb is really cute.
And to end this Kazakhstan trip, we got McKnackers.
That's right. We've had so much traditional Kazakh food. Now we must try the most traditional Kazakh food, which is McDonald's. But here it is not called McDonald's. It's called I'm, the conjunction I am. I know that they renamed McDonald's in Russia. Apparently this has nothing to do with that. It's just like a rebranding, and they're also like making a bunch of shifts in their menu to make it kind of more locally oriented and switching to local meat suppliers and stuff like that to kind of make the supply chain better, and I think it's good. So yeah, we are going to eat our amazing traditional Kazakh food and then go to bed because we are incredibly exhausted.
I'm hungry. I'm excited. I'm happy you're watching.
No.
Stay tuned for our next adventure. Where aren't we going? I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye.